Hello everyone and welcome back to Car and Bike. I'm Bilal and this is a Mercedes-Benz CLE Coupe done up by AMG. Now for the uninitiated, the CLE nameplate, it's already on sale in India in the convertible body form and we have driven it. What we have here is the two-door coupe wearing the Aftermarket badge, which means this, ladies and gentlemen, is a proper true blue sports car. Well, yeah, it is yellow. I know that. You don't have to point that out to me in the comments. Now, jokes aside, we Indians, we were never blessed with this class of a vehicle before. Proper two-door sports coupe with a lot of horsepower to play with. A few did arrive to our shows, but they were quite easily washed away. Now, the CLE, as we know, it comes after Mercedes-Benz acts two of its proper two-door coupes, the E Coupe and the C Coupe. So, the CLE Coupe has some serious shoes to fill. And despite the challenge, this CLE 53 AMG, it needs to succeed, not for itself, but for the future generation of sports coupe in the years to come. And we want it to succeed, not for us, but for the future generation of petrol heads that will follow us. And so in this video, I'm going to ask 5 questions to the CLE 53 AMG Coupe with its mouthful of name and see how well it manages to answer them. But before we go ahead, you know the drill. It's like, share, subscribe to the Car and Bike YouTube channel if you haven't already, and hit the bell icon as well so that you can be notified every time we bring out a new, informative and entertaining video such as this one. Now the first question is this a real AMG or just a sticker job? Well, let's cut to the chase and let me tell you that sitting under the long bonnet is a 3-liter straight-six turbocharged with mild hybrid tech. It's no V8, I understand that. That's reserved for the bigger 63 batch. This one is wearing a 53. But let me tell you that even the more powerful C63 AMG, it has a 4-pot motor. Here you still get a bigger engine. Now the power output, it's impressive and almost fitting for a sports coupe. It's almost 450 bhp and 550 Nm of twisting force, which is held by the electric compressor, which reduces the turbo lag to nothing in this sportiest setting. The 0 to 100 km time is 4.2 seconds. Well, let's check it out. In the sportiest setting right now, Sports Plus, and let's go. Race start and oh, damn! And that's 100. Oh, this is crazy fast. Now there are cars which can do 0 to 100 faster than this one, but the guttural punch and the surreal sound that comes from that Street 6 with the sports exhaust, it's sounding ridiculously quick and feels really, really impressive. It's very addictive, trust me. So that proves that this isn't just a badge engineering. It is a proper AMG. Sure, it might not have the viciousness of a V8, but this one, it's still a gem of an engine. Now to give you a perspective, the E92 BMW M3, the most famous and my favorite M3 of all time, it had a V8 and its power output it was exactly the same as this one. Even the current generation M3, it has a straight 6. So having a straight 6 engine is not bad in my opinion. So this engine is a piece of art. It's communicative, it's quick and responsive. You'd never guess that there's some form of electric wizardry going on inside its little brain. It's also free revving and it revs hard and fast. It's intoxicating and addictive as well. Another thing that makes this a proper AMG is all the pops and bangs from those quad exhaust tips that accompany it when you go hard. You also get a race car like telemetry here. The track mode dials everything to 11 and it just keeps it there. Sure, it might not have that one man, one engine philosophy, but it has a proper AMG-ness to it. I can only imagine how the bigger CLE 63 might feel like. But this one, it does deliver that same level of thrills that was associated with the older AMGs from the land of Afaltapak, be it the SLs or the GTs of the old. But this one, it feels young at heart. It tries to deliver everything that you would need from your sports coupe. But more importantly, it also fits right into your life much better than those older brutes. Or does it? And that brings us to second question. Can you daily drive the CLE 53? And continuing on my previous argument, some AMGs of the old, they were notorious for being so mad and so mental that they try to eat themselves. Take the AMG Black series for example. They are infamous, they are notorious for being undrivable in fact. And then comes this. This one, it has the same level of hooliganism running through its vein, but it can easily carry that famous 1970s slogan, race on Sunday, sell on Monday. Because it is undenying that it has all the gizmos to shame some of the GT class race cars. But come Monday, you need not swap it for your regular C300. Now this one, it has twice the output of the C300. And the C300 in my opinion is all the car you would ever need for everyday drivability. But then the things that the CLE 53 AMG is capable of when given an empty stretch of road makes you believe it would be a pain to drive it to daily to your office. But that's not the case. And for that, you would have to painstakingly dial down the drive mode from S plus all the way to C. That's the comfort mode. And when you do that, the exhaust, it quietens down. The engine, it is now eager to upshift quickly. And the overall dynamics of the car, it is much more mellow for your everyday drivability. In fact, it has rear wheel steering, so you can make tight U-turns, be it in your office parking lot or in the traffic. And talking about traffic, the mild hybrid, it definitely comes in when you are about to spend a minute or two at the red light. It shuts off the engine and saves those precious fuel for when you want to do some actual hooliganism. More importantly, even going over the speed breakers. Now this is a sports coupe, and going over speed breakers, I never found this one kissing the underbelly once. That's a phenomenal job by Mercedes. No, I would say AMG over here. Phenomenal job by AMG engineers, because the right quality in the comfort mode, I'm not talking about the most hardcore mode here, it is absorbent, it is stiff, undeniably stiff, don't get me wrong there. The ride quality is stiff, the tire profile is almost 35, but going over speed breaker was never an issue for this one. Any other sports coupe, I would have clenched my teeth going over such a large speed breaker, but over here, I never had to think twice. Yeah, I did have to slow down a bit, come down to a really low speed, which might irritate some of the drivers behind me, but this one, it never scraped, not once. And that's a phenomenal thing to have when you have a car that looks this good, this fabulous, has a profile that is so nice, and it can get over a speed breaker nice and easily. Phenomenal job, AMG. Now, talking about praises, it also goes to the brakes. Now, when you have a 450 horsepower sports coupe, you would be belting it. And when you do that, you need good stopping power. And the brakes on this one, they are phenomenally good. No matter what speed you're doing, which is addictive, one tap on the brake and the braking prowess, despite driving it all day and braking it hard multiple times, there's no amount of fade. The AMG brakes, they work phenomenally good. Coming back to the suspension, yeah, it is stiff. It is stiff to an extent that you would know every bit of an irregularity on the road. And when the roads are as damaged as the one in Mumbai during monsoon, you would find the ride to be a bit jarring, but never to a point of discomfort. In fact, if someone asked me, would I daily drive this one? Hell yeah, I would, every chance I get. And while at it, let me ask the next question. Is it all show, or does it really go? Now, I've already told you about how good the engine is once you are ready to appreciate it. And the overall driving dynamics, it's equally mesmerizing. But then comes the steering. It is go-kart-like quick. It's lightning quick. In fact, it feels like it is wired directly to your brain. One twitch of it and the car turns direction. No matter what speed you're doing, it feels like the entire car is obeying the cells of your brain when the front wheels are turned, and that makes the car feel half the size than it is. It feels like a small go-kart, and that's a huge huge compliment that I can give to the steering response. Overall, I can say that this one, it feels fast and it feels agile. The U-turn, especially in the city, it's unlike anything else on the road. In fact, the overall driving dynamics of this car is unlike anything else. Then comes a mechanical grip from the 4MATIC system. It's phenomenal because you think that you have run out of your driving limit, and then the car tells you, calm down, I can take more. It's phenomenal how the AMG engineers have stitched this one together. Hats off. And all of that way before I've even engaged the drift mode. Oh yeah, this car, it has an inbuilt drift mode. Now, more importantly, I would also like to point out here that this car, it feels more of a well-engineered toy. There's less of a driver's involvement over here. 0 to 100, you, irrespective of the driver, irrespective of the skill level or the skill set of the driver, it would precisely do 0 to 100 in 4.2 seconds every single time. That it becomes a machine more than anything else. Similarly, drifting was a skill set that took time and ages to learn and master. In this one, you can do it at a touch of a button. It's that simple. Now you tell me, ladies and gentlemen, do you want your sports coupe or your modern day performance car to do half the things for you and you can be a poser? Or would you like to go back to the older days where you had to learn the skill set and then show off? Let us know your opinion in the comment section below. Now the next and the fourth question I need to ask is about the practicality and features. Now practicality in a sports coupe, it's basically an oxymoron. But the CLE 53, it still surprises there. Can I carry 4 adults in there? No, not exactly. It is a 2+2 and the rear seats, it's basically for kids or keeping up the stuff that you couldn't store up in the boot. Now boot, it's decently large if the space saver didn't take up most of its space. But otherwise, this cabin, it's exactly what you'd expect from a 3.8 star, but with a full-fat AMG treatment. It is the sweet deal. Now clearly, I'm a huge fan of this center stack touchscreen, which is taken directly from the S-Class. You also get the same one in the C-Class. But I love the NBUX system, which is smooth, simple, familiar, and lag-free. But importantly, I'm a huge fan of this steering wheel. This is a proper AMG steering wheel, which you also get in the bigger, proper full-fat AMGs with Alcantara lining on the side and carbon fiber finishes. It feels heavenly to hold. Now, these seats, they might not hug you properly like the ones in the C63 does, but they do offer you proper support. They are proper sports car bucket seats, sitting quite low slung with a long bonnet leading the way and a very tight rear view. This place is worth every money that you pay for this one. The fifth and the final question that we have to ask is whether or not the CLE 53 worth buying. At little over 1.5 crore on the road, this isn't exactly a cheap option. But let me tell you that wearing a genuine AMG badge, it's still a bargain. Because we Indian, we want something equally powerful, equally fun, equally full of technology, and want still value for money. Now, there are a few cars that can actually deliver what the CLE AMG can deliver at this price point. You can look at some of the Porsches, the entry-level Porsche, they might sound tempting, but that's exactly the catch there. They are entry-level Porsches, and there's nothing entry-level about this one. This one is expensive, but it also feels expensive. I wouldn't even compare this with the full-fat BMW M4 either, because it's more powerful and also more expensive. The M2, well, maybe it has similar output, is slightly smaller, but also slightly less expensive. And is there anything in the Audi stable for this one? Let's have a 2-minute silence for the Audi TT and the Jaguar F-Type. And then we come to the inevitable. You can look at some of the EVs at a similar price point as this one. But the whole essence of the CLE 53 AMG Coupe is its two-door styling, the unhinged performance, the way it looks and feels. No other EV in the market can deliver what this one can, at least not yet. The CLE 53 is a good middle ground then. It has enough performance, enough fun and enough livability and practicality. It might be the Goldilocks of AMG then. And if you can afford one, I would recommend you just go ahead and buy one. Keep the sports coupe culture alive. As I said earlier, the CLE 53 is special. Is it a real AMG? Yes, it is. Can it be a daily driver? Absolutely. Is it fun behind the wheel? Undoubtedly. And should you buy it? Well, coming back to my opening argument, we Indians, we were never well recipient of a sports coupe. God knows what stopped us from buying such gorgeous machines, which were impractical but fun. But the CLE 53 AMG feels like a second chance. It's here to convince us to buy more sports coupe. It's trying to make itself fit better in your life, rather than asking you to change anything. And that makes me feel like the CLE, it comes across as the Stitch, which came answering us Lilo's prayers. If only our test car, it came in blue. Well, it's not perfect, but you and I, we both know that we want one badly. Well, that's all from me in this video. This is Bilal signing off. Until next time.